What a lovely afternoon here at Lotto Land. It's tradition here to start round one here for Manly. They love a good contest here. And what a storyline for the Hunters coming off a grand final. 30-0. This is the last time we saw them, and now in 2025 they look to fix up their season. My name is Ash, and in the box I'm dealing with Sharpie here as Manly make their way out.
Thank you very much, Ash. Yeah, no, it's a privilege to be here. I'd love a game at Four Pines Park or Lotto Land, as many affectionately know it. It's a beautiful venue, open air. A little bit of rain around today, but I'm not fast. We're up here in the box, and it's an exciting contest. We've got the grand finalists coming through, facing off against the Manly in front of their home.
But as Carl Labour puts us on the tee for kickoff, we get into it, and what a big switch up from the Hunters teams. If you can think of a player that played for the PNG squad in the World Club Challenge that made it to play against the Kiwis, they're probably in this team because they signed everyone.
So they're really filling the gaps for me. So they've really kept that squad together, that Premiership squad.
Not really. They've kind of sacked a lot of their older players, like Mateutai has just gone back into retirement. What a palm from Gordon Chan Kum Tong, replacing, I'm not sure who the original, I think it was Seka that was in hooker originally, but they've done a last minute change. Tolo Kola has also gone to the full back position in this last bit. Jake 13, we'll have to see how long that lasts, because he's not my number one pick for 13 for Manly. Is Luke Brooks. They get through their first set well and punt it downfield for Richard to bring it back, and he's wrapped up well by the defense.
No, it's an excellent side. It's an exciting side. Manly to watch at home is always a beautiful sight. A lot of ball players and ball runners consist in the Manly side, and they get a lot of chance to run. You can see that we've had a very quick first
Little
2
bit of a
minutes here.
problem. I'm having mic issues. Can you take over really quickly to the lead?
We can manage that. It's a quick retaliation though. Oh, never mind. Put down at the pardon me, the PNG 35-meter mark. It's been a really quick 2 minutes. It feels like 10 seconds have just gone by. Slow to get the ball, cooler. But he's made a good step there to get away. Not the worst kick return we've seen. But no, I'm excited to watch Manly play here. They get energy from their fans here at home. And yeah, as I was saying, ball players and ball runners make up this team. And it's resulting in a very quick plays. And so we'll see how the reigning premiers, how they deal with this. They've got a very fresh side. Cooler's made some excellent space there, gets away. That'll be fourth tackle on the 45-meter mark into their enemy's half. Ruben Garrick, he remains in the centres. He's made a little push there. He'll play the ball now. I believe, is that Brooksy? No, Chenkam. He'll play it. Gerbo puts it up. Perfect kick. Well weighted from the lock forward. But no, I'm excited. I think we'll see a really fast game here. As Paul puts it in for Labour. Labour to Luke. Luke caught in the middle by an anticipatory Manly defence. We'll see if the rain influences the play here. Oh god, that's another great hit in the middle there. No, we'll see what the rain does for us today. If they want to play fast football, the rain's not going to be a massive friend for that. But we've got some sides here. We've got some serious firepower. Manly's got some really great players that know how to handle the football, and PNG certainly do. But they've got some fresh blood in. They've gone through and they've calculated who. They've almost gone straight to a rebuild phase.
And I am
having
back.
come out of the comp.
I've returned to the box. As thank you for taking over for what you did, and I come back to an Olukwatu smashing from John Dykeman, Gordon Chan Kontong, his Tolakola. Sharpie, what have I missed in the 7 minutes I've been gone?
You've just missed a bit of to and from. Manly got him stuck into their own end just a little bit there. But nothing that hasn't leveled out now as we see Manly now stuck in their own half. It's been a quick game of football in the first 8 minutes, but I've just been questioning as to what role the rain will play. If we're going to play fast ball, the pitch isn't going to be fast very soon.
Richard? Oof.
Great run from Richard.
Speedster
Making
on.
use of the dry while we have it.
Well, it's actually started to pick up the rein as Alu. Strong runner, he stays in the field of play at lock position, playing like he's a winger. Big frame body, hard to get him out. It's McDonald. Fancy
Oh,
play here, he's gonna get through. Tolukola can't get to him.
that's a filthy step to bring them through for their first points. So first blood will be drawn by the fullback. 4 points on the board for PNG Hunters. I imagine they'll make this 6-0. Not too far in the game, so hopefully I'm thinking a lot of points. I'm thinking fast football.
Well,
And we'll see what the weather has in store.
we don't want to jinx it, because from what I had last night on Friday night, the Roosters game that you were just at and led, the kicking game for the first few wasn't too good, but Carl Laver is not Chad Townsend. He's not Osako. He's much better.
No, he puts that one through. Just a cool head. Not overthinking. I think that's what Townsend got in his head yesterday. He had to. It was a game defining kick at that point in the match, and so I think he's just overcooked it, which is really just not what you need to do when you're barely 20 meters out from the post. You just got to get the job done. It's not no kick is a special kick because that's what takes you out of your rhythm, which you need.
Mm-hmm. John Dykeman, you don't see him get put on his back many of times. Reese Martin. I do think Reese Martin does have not a different Martin. I was gonna say I think there was relations between Liam Martin and Reese Martin, but different last names. I'm thinking of a different Martin. The Dykeman with a good run. Isaac Luke, experienced players. Colkill, what a run from him. Finds space, has no support.
No, he needs to get the team behind him there. They'll wake up soon, I'm sure of it.
Speaking
aside
of
of
Reese
this caliber.
Martin, oh, good intercept from Jake Travojevic.
Jobo makes his mark as per he does. Whoa,
Here's
big hit there.
Good return for Takeyaho to the NRL. Welcome home.
Pasika finds a hole there and absolutely throws the defender to the side there. That's a great little push to get back to the 40. 3 tackles to go. How far are Manly going to go in this set?
Definitely hearing some stuff at halftime from Manly. Cherry Evans is just off the side of the foot. Maybe it slipped. Maybe.
No, it's a rare mistake.
It's a rare
mistake from a veteran like Cherry Evans. He usually has a lot of composure and ball control about how he plays and very careful about how he kicks. He might have been trying to go for a 40-20 there, but just didn't. He got the angle all wrong. A slip of the hand, slip of the ball. It's going to happen as these conditions, they ease up a little bit, but that water's not going anywhere. It's still all over the grass.
Yeah, Australia's very much in flood weather at the moment to start the season. Of rain up in Brisbane and down here in Manly. It's definitely going to affect these first couple rounds. Held and tackled, deal disciplined.
No, a silly error from the Premiership side. Pardon me, from Manly. It's a silly error. And another, not a complicated kick, but nevertheless one you've got to get. It's a good opportunity for PNG to settle themselves into the game. They've been playing a defensive sort of match. They haven't been getting too crazy with the ball. Some good runs, nevertheless. So we'll see. This will be a really good confidence boost for them and probably gives them some security heading towards the end of the first quarter.
I do think that what Manly need to do during halftime is there's definitely probably going to be a rotation between Jake and someone else through the bench, because Jake is just not the lock forward to.
I don't know. I disagree. It's very, very early days here. Gerbo, give him a second to settle in. Regardless of what you think of him, give him some time to settle in. We're barely 15 minutes into this match. We've still got to see. We've got to see sub rotations. Just because points are coming fast from PNG.
But
it's very early days.
Before we get back into the back and forth commentating, down on the sideline, Ethan, how's the weather?
It's 50-50 because the sun's out and it's raining and just don't know how to have my umbrella out. I'll just let the rain pour down on me. Been great atmosphere down here, even though Manly are losing. There is quite a good band of travelling supporters for PNG as Carl Laybut shakes a kick.
Now Saab brings it back. Laybut's kicking game throughout plays has been told to be varies a lot, and a mistake from Takayaho, the NRL is not clicking into his bones just quite yet.
No,
But
not the not the best first touch. If that is for him. A silly error from Manly, just kind of unforced, but you get that with the weather. Having heard it's slick down there, so that's going to slow the game down, and we'll see who that favors. At the moment, it's been favoring PNG, but as we settle in, it's just far too early to make any calls at this point. It's only 8 points. You don't have to push too hard to correct that.
very true, but as now Isaac Luke will send it to Coghill to look for space. Reese Martin's been a good runner this afternoon. As now, that'll be fifth. They'll probably go back to Carl Labert to the corner kick to Saab. Pretty good kick into the hands of Saab. Saab looks away, but McDonald. Little thing about McDonald is he had a troubled preseason, and there was a rookie from the bench that came on and replaced him and did really well and pulled the Hunters back into a close contest. And the performance McDonald's putting on here is proving why he deserves to be the starting fullback.
It's a game of first impressions, isn't it? If you can come on as a rookie and make a real impact for your team, it really bodes well for getting you into a contract or sign a train deal. And it's exciting. It's exciting getting to see. It's the route they've taken. PNG, they want to bring in fresh blood. They want to build for their next premiership efforts.
I do think Jason Demetrio is a perfect choice to get him to that point.
Now, certainly coming off not a fantastic period with Souths, but we can, a fresh slate, a foundation team such as the Hunters. They've really made their mark on the competition.
Very much so. But now they're going to look to struggle here as Manly look to put a little bit of a foot of dominance in defense. With the 20-minute interchanges coming up soon, Takayaho gets a short break. David Loco, good run up, and he makes a little bit of meters. It's now Isaac Luke, Coghill, McDonald, one step. Looks for another. Tolu Collar gets him around the waist.
So we can see here PNG subs have run onto the field. I'm not sure Manly have made their changes just yet, but that's two fresh forwards, I presume, for the PNG side. We'll see what impact they have.
Which allows now. Here comes the Manly
Here come the Manly
interchanges.
subs. So that's two fresh forwards. I think Manly really need that. They need to make an impact here. You can't get too comfortable. If you're 8 points down, it's more than just a try away. They need to put some points on the board, and they need it relatively soon. It's a great run from Cooler. He's actually found some space here.
Once again, shut down by McDonald. As now it'll be Jordan Chan Tong does well to put him in. So now they're going to try and go the crossfield play to get Tolikola some speed, and Jake just not fast enough to get the pass away.
Well read from PNG there to shut down Jake, just coming through the door at Mark 1. Return here from Richard. He gets a little bit of space. Good effort from the winger.
Richard did absolutely wonderfully as David Loco now meets face to face with, I think that's Paseka. I'm actually not too sure.
Oh, great error there for Manly. Manly going to come up with it now.
That was a clean shot, no late shot there.
Bob in the second row. He's made a quick, hard run there. Chankam's going to get us started.
The interchanges for Manly are Jazz Tavunga and Josh Allier. Wait, no, it's Jazz Tavunga and Nathan Brown. So
it's a strong, fresh intervention. Nathan Brown, I believe, really could spice it up in the front row. As he's a quick runner and not all that terrible of a ball player, as I understand. So fifth tackle options here. We've got a couple for Manly. A lot of great ball players. Jerry Evans, he's going to put it up. It's very well weighted. If someone can get under it, they do.
Oh, Ruben Garrick
just can't get it down.
He's so good under the high ball. He's a dangerous threat no matter where he is from the thing. I feel like the only person that probably could challenge him in the air is probably Zach Lomax.
Certainly Lomax has come into his own in the air.
We'll see him later on Saturday night against the Sharkies over in Combank Stadium. So Richard, he tried to get that sneaky inside ball. Hunters back in the grind, just trying to get the way upfield.
Now we'll see Manly starting to get a shred of momentum, and this could be another good sign for them here if they don't run it out.
Tolucola just not handling that fullback position too well. Was it a mistake from the Manly squad for swapping Turbo out? Do you think he'll go back at halftime? I'm pretty confident in his ability to go back there.
Yeah, I think, well, because where is Turbo on the bench? Where are mainly carrying him at the moment? Is he
Turbo
injured?
right now is in right center for Manly.
Yeah, I see. I understand wanting to place him there, but it just doesn't give him the space he deserves.
It's a sense of
And I think, yeah,
respect on Turbo of what he can do for this Manly outfit, the pressure he can put on teams, and Hunters are a team. If you put them under pressure, they crack like an egg. And a double knock on. Manly get a chance here. Tolucola gets probably a pretty good chance to see if he's got the legs of the field.
see Cola, yeah, Cola will have some space there, and there he is, Turbo himself. And so you can see in the way he's handled that play immediately. Cola's just gotten rid of it. Turbo's actually taken some initiative to get in there. I just don't see why you take the ball away from a player like Turbo. He's too good to be stuck in the centers. Cola, he's promising in the centers and can have an impact there. But I think for the sake of the team, you need Turbo at the back.
You need him controlling that play as now Tolucola tries to take on the line. Good tackle from Derby and actually unsure of the center, but there's Jake. He finally finds a gap, but a little too late. He needs to be more consistent. Just age, I do think he'd do a little bit better in the front row. He's a strong runner. It's now Cherry Evans looks to find the kick. It'll go to Robert Derby.
Well-weighted kick from Cherry Evans there to get them into the corner. It's simple maths, really. You kick to the corners. As Coggle taken down here.
Cogwheel. Actually, he's played quite well. This would be his first grade game in the NRL. So debuting for the Hunters. As now Sune. They'll go to David Loco, 2-year, one of the few veterans of the Hunters at the moment. He did play in the grand final last year. And it wasn't
been a good set. Been a good set for Manly defensively, this one here. They've kind of, as it's dried up, I think settled into the game. We now have Talau with the ball. He's not going to get too far, but I think it's promising sides for the Manly outfit. They've been able to contain the Hunters in their end a bit more, and you're going to result in tries if you can maintain that pressure.
With 10 to go, and it's only being 8-0. This is probably a success for the Hunters, and not the Hunters, the Manly mainly, because the fact that the Hunters were controlling it so easily in the early stages of the game, and now they're struggling to find the points that they want. And now they're just back and forth with Manly. Manly just have to find those points that are going to get them in the game.
Well, they've done it before, if not for the Hunters' defense being a bit too good earlier. We would be looking at probably a 6-8 contest. It's just about Manly being out there. They need to get back and do it again and not be dissuaded by near misses. It's going to be a mental game for them at this point.
Yeah, they've just got to keep their head in the game as Robert Derby finds space. Isaac Luke finds a palm. That's a good big play from the veteran. Hunters have actually been thinking about promoting Isaac Luke to captain. But currently it is in the hands of Carl Labert, the youngster. See if he can push his team to greatness, but we'll have to see as Isaac Luke Rock is driven back here by Gerbo. Isaac Luke Labert. Richard finds a good step, but Luke Brooks around the legs.
Another relatively successful defensive set for Manly. The Hunters just haven't found, this could be big. Yeah, found space there, gets a step around. Cooler, excellent work there. Nothing groundbreaking, but it's a really strong foundation for them to build an attacking set on. As we've said, they need points.
As now, Luke Brooks probably should have taken the run there. He's got some legs on him, but I can see a possible sub getaway. Nope, it's going to be Richards to wrap him up well. I feel like that's what the Hunters have been really good tonight. They've shut down big name players. Luke Brooks has been quiet, Cherry's been quiet, Saab's been quiet.
No, they've certainly shut down the star power of Manly. But they got to be careful doing that, because the thing is, you'll get found out if you find you can find out these great players, but once they know they're being looked at, they change the way that they play.
Definitely that'll be the plan. Probably half time of the switch to Turbo at fullback. Could be a permanent one. That's now Reese Martin, Isaac Luke. They decide to go short side. Nope, they're going to find McDonald. Bit of space for him. They pinch him inside, and he's put down in between 30 and 40. 5 to go in the, up until half time. Is now Alu. Pretty good lock forward. He's the man in the bright yellow headgear.
As we near
Hold
wrapping up
on.
this half, no,
Ooh, and
nearly
might
had the
just
angle
hold
there.
up. Cola's toes.
Done well to keep it in. He's got some space.
Once again, McDonald shuts him down. Oh, that's going to be an interesting clash in the second half if Turbo does end up going back there. Of McDonald versus Turbo.
No, as we head to resolve this half, another field report down there. Ethan, what have you got for us?
We do have some field reports. The rain stopped and the grounds manager said we do have a couple of flat balls, so it definitely looks like we're going to be playing with 3 balls instead of the usual 6.
Hmm. Oh, Matt Lodge. Big man through the
Big
middle
run
gets the
from the big
offload.
guy. Oh, just
Dave-
an embarrassing way to end the move there for Manly. Just too excited. I get that we're 2 minutes away, but you can't play like that.
But I mean,
This level.
I'll give credit to David Loco to getting in between those two big them. Normally they're big boppers, and he got between them and got the ball back, and he found a little bit of space if he was able to sprint off. It's now McDonald to find Coghill. He's wrapped up there by 2. Manly might get a single play. Depends.
Yeah, I think we've got. They're only going to get 1 or 2 tackles, but Manly are probably going to get the ball back here. It'll all depend on the approach. So if it's an early kick, that bodes well for Manly. They'll have a couple of seconds. If
Tolatola
they
goes
don't
out.
take it out,
Oh no. Tolatola hitting himself for that one. He just wasn't able to stop on the wet track there. It was just slide time for him and his feet. As now Alu McDonald. Good tackle from, I think that's Cherry Evans.
really a try-saver from the skip there. It's just like that. That's how this game works. The momentum's flipped, and now we're seriously considering maybe not. We've just run out of time, but we could have really had a Hunters
Okay,
try.
we will be back. And welcome back to the second half of NRL Sim Fox Sports TV, whatever you want to call us. We're hosting the NRL here for 2025. As Ruben Garrett gets us back on the tee. As big changes for Manly, Turbo officially back at that fullback position, as you can see him there. And that number 3 jersey is held on. As Hunters replace some players as well. They're placing Richards on the wing. As now Dykeman takes the first run up. And still here with me in the box is Sharpie, as always. We'd love to have you here.
No, I love to be here. We've got an exciting half ahead of us. We've got Turbo back in position, a replenished Hunters side, and the rain has gone away. Oh, surely that's got to be something there, but he recoups it.
Sainu, as now they look for the early kickers. Alu, the brother of Alu. But we just found there's 2 on the team, and we're going to give
I
a
see
nickname
just
to
already.
one of them. Oh, he's Turbo! Turbo in space! Oh, they try to get the ankle tap, but McDonald does get him. 1-on-1, there's good strength there to bring him to ground. Now Jazz Tavanga from the Warriors.
Oh,
Can he leave an impact?
it's about to be just unfair. Like, this is what I was saying in the first half. You can't underutilize a player like Turbo. And already, immediately, the move has paid off. They've made about 70 meters in the span of seconds.
Luke Brooks holds on to it though. Ripper could have passed it out wide to try and get Cola and allow some space. Takeaho tries to get through the middle, but just can't really. Maybe he needs a little bit of time back in the NRL before a brilliant kick from Cherry Evans in the air. Garrick. Oh, but Ty gets it, but good tackle there from who's that? Cherry Evans. Making up for his kick, making the tackle. It's now Reese Martin. Plenty of space for him. Turbo in pursuit, though. You're not going to escape Tommy Trebojevic.
No, you're not going to get away from him. He's quick and he's fast and he's quick, but he'll find the space, and that's what he's just done before. He really breaks open the game. And when you've got the playmakers around him like Luke Brooks and DCE, and even your centers like Garrick and Cooler, there's so much speed in this side.
Okay. Oof,
At this point, we'll see what happens.
I thought Cocker was going to go wide on that set, and that could have been good if they could have found Carl Labor or McDonald out wide. But now his sub, can he find a better half for himself? Because that first half was pretty sloppy from him. It's now.
No, he was caught short a couple of times in the first half, just not quite finding the space. We'll see what happens. It's dried up. The balls are pumped. We'll see what we can do.
So now it's going to be Gordon. They're going to go to Takeyaku, who's driven back. And Gordon. He's been here's Jastabunga. Brilliant stuff there from him. Now it's going to go to Gordon. We'll send it up to Cherry Evans. They'll go to Brooks. Brooks driven back.
For Manly, it's almost unfair to reduce the position of fullback to, a fast player that finds a bit of space. You've got the difference in the Manly performance here. Yeah, they've been a bit rested and they've had a chat with the coach, but having Turbo back there, he's arranging the side. He conducts his men. Every time they're running back from a play, he's telling them exactly where to be, and you can already see what this is doing for their defense. And even in attack, he's coordinating his bucket, his troops around. He's able to do it because he's more central.
Oh, what a shot from Jastabunga on Alu. But as you were saying, he honestly just makes the life of DC easier. He can control the men while DC is leading them. And he gives his men just something to work with each set.
It gives them more room to play with, and that's exactly what you need. You've got...
Oh, Kohler again, having the worst performance of his career, probably. What's he run it out 4 times now?
Yeah, just about. He was struggling with his positioning in fullback, and I think the stress has just gotten to him a little bit against, you've got a really respectable opponent here in PNG, and the pressure of that has just gotten to him. Even now, he's gone home, back to his spot in centers, and he's still just not settled into this contest. Hopefully that fixes.
But the brain has started to pick up again, and it's Ethan down on the sideline. You've put your umbrella down, and the brain starts to pick up again, and you feel a little wet.
Nah. I mean, of course I feel wet. It's always when I put this damn umbrella down, just keeps pouring down. And I mean, who doesn't like wet footy? But then,
the
and now,
Manly fans, not too
I just got a
pleased.
water bottle thrown at me.
Oh no.
That hurt. That hurt. Anyways, I'm gonna go back into the stands to punch who did that.
Oh no. Now Carl Labor will set us up for a 14-0 lead. Manly early season struggles. Remember back in 2023 where Manly went 3 rounds without scoring.
It's troubled times. They've not had an easy run of it these last couple of seasons. It's just such a shame seeing some of these players. They're just not performing the way you'd really expect. So there's clearly more going on at the club than the public would be seeing. There's clearly some, synergies not operating at the level they should be to be competitive at an NRL level. But we'll see. We've got a fresh start here. It's not over for Manly in this match.
100%. They definitely. The amount of tries it would take to get the lead is not impossible for the time that they have. It's now Junior Brock will take it. Isaac Luke looks for options. Carl Labor will send it off to Singyu. He's driven back though by, I think that's Brown and... Nope, it's Brooks and Gordon. No, it was Brooks and Kohler. Wrong short guy. As now Dykeman puts it in. Isaac Luke Labor looks for the short ball. Singyu does well, but Olakawatu just too big in defense. This is a better defensive set from Manly. As now Dykeman, I say too soon, as brilliant offload. I thought that could have been an intercept for Manly, but...
No, yeah, the Hunters, they're coming. Long kick out here. This will give Turbo some space, or is it Cool that's going to end up with it? Just taken. Cool, getting absolutely hammered from every angle tonight.
Tom can't even make a break now. The rain loosening up his grip a little bit in the halves. Tommy Talau tries to find just a bit of room to work with, but hasn't been able to yet. Kohler will now send it to Brooks. It's Olakawatu. some strength, finally gains them just a little bit of. Just a
Well,
bunga.
I do have a report. Turns out that water bottle was meant for cooler.
Oh no. Just like,
The fans aren't happy. What jersey were they wearing?
actually, yeah, what jersey were they wearing? Ethan down
Is
as well.
Manly upset?
Manly.
Other.
They're wearing a
Mm.
Manly jersey.
They're a passionate bunch.
saying, yeah, passionate bunch. They're getting scored out by security.
Damn. In the
It's
rain.
been a great game. It's been a great game. Just these fans are just getting too carried away.
Oh, they're starting chance. They're trying to get their Manly back into the groove that they like. Drop. What a shot from who was that? Oh, I think that was, I'm actually not sure. Oh, that was Takeaho. Well, he's definitely got room to improve over the coming weeks for Manly. He could definitely be a top-notch forward for them. As Coghill puts it deep into the corner for Talau. Talau once again can't find the step that he needs to just, because he's always had like big breaks as Takeaho now. Probably his best run of the afternoon. He's only got 5 minutes left before they sub him off, and here's Jazz Tabunga has been the hero of Manly this half. As the rain starts to pick up now, Sharpie. Lucky we're in the 4 Pints box. Well, it's nice and warm in here.
It's cold.
Sorry, Ethan, you're not allowed to come in. Stay on the sideline. LAA now.
Let me in.
Gordon will send it back to Cherry Evans. They'll kick to the corner to Robert Derby.
Swept up nicely by the Manly defence there. Hunters spread it out, looking to just cement their lead even further. Manly just struggling, not able to capitalise on the time of the ball, starting to get choked out by the Hunters.
I mean, true, and there's the extra 2 points that they have to worry about. If it was a 12-0 lead, I'd say that they still have a shot at this. But the fact that they need to find 3 tries to even think about a win is a little bit harsh on them. But I'm noticing a little bit with the rain picking up, the Hunters are slowing their play down a bit. They're just going to their forwards and getting to the ends of their set.
It's a troubling sign, although not a great kick return.
Oh, his turbo.
Pardon me, an excellent kick
turbo.
return.
The Manly fans up in uproar. They love to see their main man, Tom Travojevic. Love to see it here. He celebrates with his teammates and he gets his team back in the game for at least a chance.
Just a search and kill mission there. He's found his space and just gone for it. I think in terms of morale, the side really needed that. That's a really critical play for them. If they can swing the momentum back and keep it going, there's still heaps of time.
Pretty much, as I said, the Hunters slowing down a bit. The Hunters fans trying to keep themselves in the game, but Garrick will put it over, and that'll make it a 14-point. It'd be 8-point lead.
4 Pines Park is. It's just been such a great atmosphere since Somito scored that amazing try. I'm looking forward to this finish, and I reckon if there's one man to get him back into the game for the Sea Eagles, it's Tom Travojevic.
He's just got to find. They can't just rely on him though. They've got to find the team effort of how to get down there and get Tommy space. Just a bunga. But actually, now speaking of it, let me go check on the website and. Tommy looks for space. He steps one, he's caught by the second. That's a good. Ben! Oh, they're inside. Manly, where was this? Luke Brooks! Go, Lukey Brooks! Oh no, he's caught by. I think that's Ty from the forwards.
An unbelievable passage of play there. Yeah, Manly is not going anywhere. The fans have brought them back out. Is it maybe a mistake? Because you can see the Hunters there. They're starting to pull in their play. They see the conditions they're operating in and they're starting to tighten it up. Is that going to be the death of them?
Could be. Because Hunters, again, they're just not with this rookie squad of, it's going to be, are they an 80-minute team? But now just quickly checking stats for round 1 into this game. Oh, I'm pretty sure they played a similar game like this a while ago.
I think we're set for a really special finish here. If Manly can get, even if they concede a try, although they're not looking like it with this defense, we're in for a very tight finish here. 2 points, the difference. I'm going to call it.
Well, last time they met, the last score was 22-34 Manly favour in PNG's home. So maybe we could see the points open up a bit. Because so far between these two teams, Tommy Talau in space. McDonald's giving up on the chase. He's running through the rain. He's got to get it. Manly back in the game. Tommy Talau,
Oh
the
no,
fans are
don't
loving
throw the
it.
water bottle again.
Oh no. Never
Wow,
count
what a
the Manly Moringa Sea Eagles out of a game.
Yeah, well, no, that's an excellent. Just as we're talking about, which way is the balance going to swing with this? Manly snap back, and it's under the post as well. It's going to bring it. Just as I said, the 2 point difference. That's where we're at.
Ooh. Papua New Guinea on their toes. The fans that are here, that one fan we can see in the middle of the crowd of Manly. How is he still swinging that flag? Plenty of confidence from the fans with the 2-point lead. Do we think Hunters can find a way to swing themselves around?
It's very much of the balance at this point. It's now, will the Manly stay with the Sea Eagles? Are we going to see it swing back? There's no rhythm to this game at the moment. It's to and from, but not in any pattern.
Okay, it's now Carl Laybut. It's back underway. Brooks throws a questionable pass.
Yeah, but I don't know if it left the hands properly there. It's kind of floated just down a little bit, but oh, that's a bad one.
That is an actual suspension. Note that down, someone please. That is a 2-week late shot suspensions for John Dykeman, and that's a huge out for the fucking. Excuse my language, but for John Dykeman, he's probably one of their best forwards in this team, and being out for 2 weeks. Indeed. But now it's a good chance for.
Does he swore?
Of Ethan, if you could do me a favor and note down John Dykeman for the Hunters in the suspensions chat. Late shot 2 weeks. McDonald looked space. Good tackle. 1-on-1 Brooks, the little man. As now they look for the grubber. Carl Labour in position. Is he going to? No, he goes bomb instead. Questionable choice, but Turbo makes the catch, and there's a late tackle there, and the Manly squad don't like it. Better push and shove. Here's Paseka. Where have you been all game? It's now he makes lineup, and that's only 0. Jake joins the squad back in the forwards. Let's see how he does a little bit better here.
We're looking to see Manly really come together, even having to come out of their own end. It's not slowing them down all that much. Oh, a bit of a late pass there. Although it's gotten to Turbo, the safe hands of Turbo.
Ooh.
Devious offload there, and unfortunately it's resulted in a turn of possession.
It did touch the head of a PNG player, so when they say use your head on the player, I'm not sure that's what they mean, but when you rock out wide of More, shut down there by Tommy Talau, the man who put Manly back in this game.
Now we'll see. I'm not prepared to count out anybody at this point. I think the Hunters could bring it back. It's going to come down to the next scorer wins, I believe.
Really?
We're running out of time. 12 minutes to go.
Again, maybe some late bloomers for both these sides in attack, because Tommy Talau was really late to the party when it came to attack. His Turbo.
There he goes again.
Or McDonald had to turn himself around, but Turbo really wasn't striding out there. Now if they can find a bit of luck and find... Oh, Talau almost capitalized on McDonald being out of line.
They've been going at it those 2 all game. It's been a really interesting matchup. The second rower. Just getting it into that former fullback.
Good offload.
Great late pass.
Chun Kum Tong just takes the run up. He's been really good considering he was a replacement hooker. Inside ball to Aloe, who Aloe has to be starting lock next week because the effort he's put in, the runs he's made, and then Jake in the forward so far has been pretty well. So mainly probably different to come into round 2.
No, I think they've learned a lot from this match. They struggled to start because of just some maybe opportunistic lineup decisions, but I think they're going to learn from their mistakes. And we're not going to see that next match. So they're going to start a lot hotter. And we're going to see the team that we're seeing now, hopefully sooner in their next game.
Kill to Junior Rob, takes the line. Gordon Chan Kong Tong does a great job just putting him down. Wide Derby sub catches him well. It's Coghill. He almost found space, and sadly Ethan has had to go back in the shreds as a concussion has happened from the water bottle that hit his head that apparently was filled with Gatorade.
We'll get some news on that soon, but at the moment, the greater issue at hand is Talau making a break. Down to the 20, we're going to see Kumtong gets a pass off to Pasika, found in some lovely space, and an offload back.
Kumtong as now Brooks throws a dummy and run.
Shows and goes, a really great little trick out of Luke Brooks' playbook. Cooler throws it back inside to Turbo. Turbo put on his back.
Turbo's looking
Not
a
his
little
most exciting passage, but the potential was there.
Dykeman put down as they'll go to the corner. Just to Derby if they can find a good shot on him. Oh no, here's Derby. Turbo's turned around.
No.
Gordon Chadcom come out of nowhere to save the day. And it's forward.
Oh.
Flip to the hands, Isaac Luke, fingers in the wet weather. Oh, and he's thrown it away in frustration.
Big let off for Manly in these conditions this late in the game. Gives them options here. They can go for a 40-meter field goal. They can go for the points. But yeah, giving them possession at this point is what they need.
Lieber does well one on Turbo. They're shutting down Turbo. We can see the fatigue in Turbo towards the end of this game. Because even if Manly do score, that isn't fully the game for them. They still gotta block out the Hunters, who are a long-range team when it comes to points. Paseka.
It all comes down to this. Is it going to go to Brooks? Is it going to go to Skip? It's going to go to Skip. He's going to put it up. Not quite as deep as he would have liked.
Ball.
As the Hunters come up with it.
Right under the high ball. And so now it's Isaac Luke. They'll go wide to Junior Rob. But I mean, there still is 5 minutes. So we'll have to see what comes of these last 5.
It's going to come down to how well can the Hunters brace themselves, because Manly's probably going to get time for another set here, and the Hunters need to hedge any damage that they're going to be able to do with their field position now. I'm thinking probably early kick.
Almost a drop. The forward
Just
has to
nothing going.
reposition himself. As now Carl Labert looks to set up. As we have someone dropping seems to be a microphone back in the back of the box. As now Tubby looks for one, gets past one. Isaac Luke, desperate defense.
It's all down to this for Manly. They've got 3 minutes. They've got 5 tackles. What can they do with it? They just need to set up a perfect little line for Turbo. Let him get the job done. That's a great line for the forward.
Oh, Jordan. Probably wrong person.
Really risky offload there. 3 more to play. They can do whatever they want. It's
dropped.
It's all or nothing.
What a shot.
And I think that's going to be our conclusion today, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes to go.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Hunter's not playing around. And also, I did notice that was Jake. He was very slow to get up from that hit. Oof, maybe injury-wise, concussion. We'll have to see in the coming weeks as Junior Rob is put down here. Field goal attempt maybe to set up.
There's no point. They may as well just hold on to it, play out the clock at this point. They've got 2 tackles. We
Who's-
might have time for a kick return from Manly, but
Depends who it's from. It is from Saab. If he can just find
can he redeem
space.
himself? No.
He cannot, but there is still a play to go.
It's going to take a miracle for Manly at this point, and a miracle we will not get is Ben Travojevic is put on his back and the fat lady sings.
Hunters survive. That's what I'll say for the Hunters in that one. They survived that one.
They definitely took advantage of the early slowness from the for the Manly, just issues with their squad setup. I think it's important to try those combinations, but it just didn't work out for them today. I imagine we'll see them back for a win hopefully next week. Who do they have?
Manly, you'd have to go check coming into next week. But we'll do one last check before, like, we'll have the check and we'll see who's next week for Manly and the Hunters. And round 2, really quickly. Manly will face Titans in round 2 at Seabus, and the Hunters will be off to St. George. They don't get to go home for a little while. But sadly, that will be all for us this afternoon. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time.